Hello fellow YouTubers and welcome. Today I'm looking at the Tashkent. I covered the Kiev a few videos back, and for those of you that watched my Kiev videos, of course the natural progression was to move on to the tier 9 Russian gunboat Tashkent. And I've been doing a few matches in it, and oh boy, have I been learning stuff. So if we have a look at the equipment, this is how I have my Tashkent rigged up. We've in slot 1, we've gone with main armors modification 1 to look after the guns and torpedo tubes. In slot 2, I've gone with engine boost modification 1 to give me that 30% uptime on the speed boost. Okay, so that gives us 2.5 minutes of speed boost. Then slot 3, aiming system modification 1 to get the guns dispersion nice and tight, because this ship is really all about the guns. And then slot 4, we move on to propulsion system modification 1 for extra acceleration. That gives us minus 50% to the time it takes the engine to reach full power. Slot 5, concealment system modification 1, because we need all the help we can get. And in slot 6, main battery modification 3, which of course gives us minus 12% to our already decent reload time, and a traverse speed on the battery of minus 13%. If we have a look at this ship, you can see she's got 26,200 health, which is pretty decent for a gunboat. She gets 3 of these twin-turreted 130mm guns, so 3 turrets, 2 guns per turret, total of 6 barrels in all, with a reload time of 4.4 seconds. She gets 2 turrets on the front, good for chasing down enemy destroyers and sinking them. Okay, the turret rotation is 10.3 seconds with this build to turn 180 degrees, and the range of the guns is 12.7 kilometers. The HE also has a fire chance of 9%, which is pretty strong. She's good at setting fires. Okay, moving on to the torpedoes. She's got a rather exotic arrangement of 3 sets of 3 triple mounted torpedo launchers. They've only got a range of 8 kilometers. However, this is a particular torpedo set I prefer. I prefer them over the 4-kilometer torpedoes because you do get a chance to stealth torp your targets. Unfortunately, they only do 60 knots and they only do 15,000 damage. They've got a detect of 1.2 kilometers though, and a reload time of 69 seconds, which makes them very usable indeed. So don't forget you've got them. Moving on, she gets depth charges, which she can chuff out the back in the usual manner. Not much more to say about that. AA defense is pretty average to middling. You're not going to be shooting down tons of planes in this ship. Maneuverability wise, she can do 44.6 knots with this build and the speed flag. She has a turning circle of 730 meters and a rudder shift of 6.1 seconds, which is kind of in the light cruiser category almost of rudder shift. I'm pretty sure my Minotaur sits around that kind of level. Concealment wise, this is where she kind of falls over. She is essentially an open water gunboat. Her concealment, you can't get it below 7.2 kilometers, so to bear that in mind with the play style. Okay, so captain skills. I've gone with the classic destroyer 10-point lineup. You've seen this on pretty much all of my videos, where you start with preventative maintenance, then last stand, then you go to survivability expert, then concealment expert. That's your first 10 points spent. Then after that, adrenaline rush. Okay, now where are we going next? I cannot stress enough that I need this yesterday. I need to get 4 points so I can get the guns out from 12.7 kilometers, because 12.7 kilometers isn't very far, and the fire arcs are so flat that this is a top pick. Recommended main battery and AA expert. Since the AA is a bit weak anyway, it could do with a buff, but more importantly we get the 20% range increase on the main guns. I suppose you could use range mod in slot 6 instead of reload mod, but I feel like she needs the reload mod to really switch on these guns, and you can live without it. You can. I've been doing so. It's a little uncomfortable, but it's doable. Okay, so that takes us up to what, 17 points, and with our last 4 points we've got some choices to make. If we're going to use her in ranked a lot, or randoms where the main playstyle is chasing down and destroying enemy destroyers and submarines, right? And you're you're going to need RPF, okay? It makes the job so much easier. I cannot stress enough how much easier it is with RPF. Also, you're going to stay afloat longer because torpedo boats are going to struggle to torpedo you when you know their exact location and roughly where the torpedoes are coming from. So RPF is incredibly useful on this build. Alternatively, there is an argument made for main battery and AA specialist to get the absolute maximum DPS out of your guns. This reduces the gun reload time by a further 5%. It's a good argument. I get it. Okay, so if your overall map awareness is strong and you don't feel like you need RPF because you're mainly farming in randoms and don't really need to chase down enemy DDs so much, this is a good pick. And then with your last point, well, you could improve the speed boost so it comes off cooldown quicker. You could take incoming fire alert to give you an idea of who's shooting at you. These are good picks. Or you could improve the turret traverse by a further 15% with grease the gears. Okay, those are all good choices. Okay, with that said, let's take her for a spin. Hello fellow YouTubers and welcome. Today I'm in the Tashkent, the tier 9 Russian gunboat. And let me say, she's a bit of a step up from the Kiev, and she plays somewhat differently, I believe. With that 7.2 in detection, I'm a little bit nervous, to say the least. She's a big ship, almost as big as a Mogador, and whereas the Mogador has that wonderful French saturation to keep you alive when people are throwing HE your way, and the fact that the Mogador also does 54 knots, I feel a little exposed. I mean, I'm doing 47, almost 48 knots. I've got a 9% fire chance on the guns. I've got a 10-point captain. I fly around in the Mogador with a 21-point captain, and honestly, this is my first ranked match in her, and I feel as nervous as you like. I am so nervous right now. My main concern is the detect. I mean, I'm up against the Z44 in a black of all things, and I don't feel like... I feel exposed. I feel like I'm naked, basically. I'm literally sailing along without my clothes on. And I'm about to come up against some pretty stiff competition. So, yeah, she's scary. She is scary. We have heals, and each one of those heals is going to give me 3,668 health back. So if I can stay alive, that's 4 threes, 3 threes are 9, 4 threes are 12, quick maths, 4 threes are 12, 3 threes are 9, 9, 3, 6, 18, about 10, just over 10k, heading towards 12k's worth of health that I can return. So roughly just over a third of my health pool can be returned to me, which is nice. Okay, it's nice. I prefer the French saturation. I would prefer to be in my Mogador right now. And there's the Z44, which is, fortunately for me, a torpedo boat with no hydro. It could have been the black, and I could have been in a lot of trouble, but fortunately it's a Z44. Okay. I'm going to try and stay on cap for the team. I mean, she's got these 130mm guns that I'm very familiar with from playing the Lucian and, of course, the Kiev. The arcs are quite flat. They're quite easy guns to aim. So the guns are good, right? But then, so are the Mogador guns. I'll play the Tashkent, but I am going to be consistently thinking about my Mogador. It is what it is. Okay, so we got a cap. We got a cap. We scared a Z44 away, and we're about to swallow a Z44 torpedo. And boom, just like that. There goes my health. Wow, of course we don't have hydro on this boat. I got very little warning on that torpedo. I probably should have been more aggressive and headed north and chased the Z44 down, but he's moved across. You see, look, he's going into the other cap. The good news is I was able to heal quite a lot of that back, and I get to heal again. So you are allowed to make mistakes in this ship, but then I can make mistakes in the Mogador, right? Ultimately, at the end of the day, I don't so much. That wasn't so much a mistake as just good old-fashioned bad luck. Ugh. And now I'm lit. Luckily, the entire enemy team seems to be having some sort of party up at C6, C5, C6. If you check the minimap, you'll see that most of their ships are at C. There's only really this Z44 between me and them. And I'm not... The only thing that scares me about the Z44 is the torpedo spam. That's about it, really. If I wasn't feeling so damn exposed right now, I should have been more aggressive, shouldn't I? I should have been a lot more aggressive. Okay, it's a learning curve, right? I promise to be more aggressive next time I play the Tashkent. That's a promise, okay? I should have chased down that Z44, and I'm going to regret that for the rest of the match now, I think. Okay, we're going to put the speed boost on, and I'm heading into B. And there goes our Nield. And I feel partially responsible for that. Because guess what? I should have chased down the Z44. So yeah, I do feel partially responsible for that. He probably shouldn't have pushed into a torpedo boat unsupported. But on the other side of the fence, I really should have been chasing that Z44 down. Yes, get the cap, but then head north and chase. My biggest concern, I guess, is getting lit by the Z44 and then getting sunk by the combined fire of, let me see, 3 battleships and a cruiser. I guess that was my main concern, but I do feel like you need to play this gunboat pretty aggressively to get the best out of her. You don't want to be passive like I was back there. That was me being nervous. And I am nervous. I mean, the nerves are real. Okay. Trying to stay out of secondary range, but of course that's denying me gun range because the guns are only at 12.7. I will be definitely taking the captain's skill that allows me to add 20% to the gun range as soon as I possibly can. Probably straight after Adrenaline Rush. Take Adrenaline Rush first and then take that. The 4-point skill. There's a Z40. He's a cheeky bugger, isn't he? He's gone straight back to B. He's laughing at me. That Z44 is laughing at me. He's saying, oh, you're in a superior gunboat. You have better guns than me. You're faster than me. Okay, I'm stealthier and I have torpedoes, but really you should have chased me right at the beginning of the match and you didn't. So I'm going to just come back here and cap A because I think you're crap. He's definitely laughing at me. Okay, let's try and prove him wrong, shall we? I'm not sure I appreciate this. I'm staying dark for now, but I'm going to head straight up at him this time. Maybe around the back of the islands. How are we doing for time? 13 minutes, and we've got 6 minutes till they win. That's loads of time. That's loads of time. Okay, we're going to try and ambush him. I think he's gone. I think he's gone between the 2 islands. I'm just going to grab a drink. My throat's going here. Okay. Right, where was I? Ah, yes. So, I'm hoping to ambush him on this corner. But of course, he could have U-turned entirely, or he could have gone north. He's definitely not come south, though, because I'm not lit. So, I'm wondering if he's around here. Not seeing him. Okay. Now, I've used all my heals, but you can see I've still got just over half my health back. So, even though I ate a torpedo, I'm still very much in this match. Now, that's a strength of the Tashkent over the Mogador. You can heal. And regardless of whether it's torpedo damage, or AP damage, or HE damage, at least you can heal some of it back. Whereas with the Mogador, the French saturation only really works with HE. Okay, let's have a look. Where are you? He's not here, is he? He's definitely laughing at me. Oh, Z44. What dangerous games we play, you and I. Okay. Alright. There's a photographer. I should have practiced a few more times before I decided to do this video for YouTube. But I'm going to stick with this. Whatever happens in this match, it's going on my channel. I don't want you guys getting bored of seeing fantastic continuous play in some of my favorite ships. I'll be honest, the Tashkent takes me completely out of my comfort zone at the moment. I need to play her more. If I play her more, I'm sure I'll find my sweet spot. I'll find my play style. I'll find my mojo, if you like. So did the Z-44 go back to B? That's what I'm beginning to wonder. It looks like he turned all the way around and headed back to B. Well, the good news is we've got 2 caps, and teams dealt with the black without my help. Even though I've been fanning around at A. Thank God I'm on a good team with this match, right? Because, damn, it would have been over quick if I wasn't. Let's see what's going on around here. Where is the Z-44? Where has he gone? Honestly, the guy's a ninja. Oh, there he is. He did U-turn. Really? He's at E6. How did he not like me when I went into A? He must have gone north and then headed south. That's convoluted. Okay. They're down to 3 ships. I've had very little battle impact, but I have managed to secure the same cap twice. Yes! Honestly, I just don't know what to say about this. I guess I should start shooting people soon. I'm gonna try torpedoing the Duncan using the stealth window. That's incredibly tight. He's going to be reversing, going forward, reversing. So he's not the easiest target to torpedo. That's a fact. So. Yeah, he's going backwards, definitely. Right, we'll do something like that in case he just has a change of mind and starts going forwards or whatever. It's very hard to predict slow battleships when you're doing torpedoes, because they might suddenly throw it into reverse or throw it forward or whatever. Let's see if we can get some fires. Yeah, here we go. You see what I mean about the shell arcs on these guns? Very low. I mean, that's something I like about the Tashkent. I do think the guns are very good. Fire chance is very good too. Now I've kind of spooked the prey, haven't I? There's no way he's going to fall for my torps now. So another noob mistake there. I guess I was just desperate to fire the guns. But seriously though, if you want to bushwhack someone with torpedoes, don't do what I did. Don't open fire, because then they don't know you're there. They don't know the torpedoes are coming. Unless, of course, they've got priority target. Another fire, please. Come on. Come on. I need another fire. Oh, you got those right. Out. Okay. There's another fire. Of course, without the speed boost stop, actually jinking shells is quite difficult in this ship. But of course, you got 3 speed boosts, so you can use those when firing. I made some pretty huge mistakes in this match, mainly down to the fact that I'm nervous about the class. I have not played this ship very much, which is apparently obvious, isn't it? I do kind of prefer the Kiev for the fact she's got better concealment. That said, and that to one side, I think the Tashkent is a very solid gunboat. I just need to learn to use the speed boost with shot jinking. And my timings are off. I need to sort my timings out. But yeah, she's a very good ship. Looks like we're going to win this, regardless of the huge drag factor of my play. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, let's go get B. Let's go get B. We've got a Verdigris in play and a Rupert in play. Their Verdigris is... He's not on half health. He might have slapped a heal on, though. That information that tells me their health bars, it only gets updated when you spot the enemy ship, so... He might have healed up. There he is. Yeah, he's healed some of his damage. He's on, what, half health now? Okay. Okay. Now this time, I'm going to try and bait him into my torpedoes. I'm very low health, though. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I want to open fire, but at the same time, I'm thinking if he gets one good hit on me, it could all be over. And he's not in any hurry to get the cap. No, we won. Okay. All right. Lessons learned. Lessons learned. Right, let's do another one, and this time I'm going to apply myself a little stronger. How did we do? We went to 6. Okay, fine. Got Dreadnought. Of course I did. And you know what? That's pretty good XP considering I was just larking about. 1,894 XP for being a complete noob. A total potato. 33k on the Duncan. 30k fires. 20% credit booster on, so I made 184,000 credits. Alright. Okay, this time the map's Trident. We're up against 3 battleships, a cruiser, and 2 destroyers. Yugumo and a Jaeger. Oh no. And you know why I'm saying oh no, don't you? Do you know? Do you know why I'm saying oh no? Because both of those ships have a detect that is less than 6 kilometers, and I've got a detect of 7.2 kilometers. So guess who's going to be seeing who first? Still feeling a little nervous, a little anxious, but you know what? We're going to bin the nerves. I'm going to play this ship like a Mogador with a heel, right? She's a Mogador with a heel. Okay. Well, let's go for the for B. Let's get B, and then I'll blast on down to C and see what we see at C.
Well done, Commander.
Okay, I've got 2 battleships with me and a cruiser. That's interesting. Okay, there's a Jean Bart over there. He must have been going faster than I gave him credit for. Not enough lead. 5 non-pens and a pen. Okay, no fires. Okay, right. And I'm lit. That must be a destroyer. There's a destroyer here. I don't know which one yet. Fletcher hasn't spotted anyone at A. He seems to be camping all on his own. There could be 2 destroyers here. Okay, torpedo sign. Those look like Yugumo. Yeah, it's a Yugumo. It's a Yumo. And notice how he gets to shoot first, which is kind of annoying. And also notice how the Van Cohorn is giving me the beans. Okay. Right, but we've gone dark. I've used the island to disengage. I would love to have a crack at that Yugumo. Okay. I suspect that Jean Bart's going to reverse back around the island, but we are going to try and torpedo him. Yeah, the Jaeger's over at A, and we lost our Fletcher, so that's kind of annoying. To the Marlborough. And they've already done 500,000 potential damage on me. Check top right. Looks like we're going for another Dreadnought medal. Is this what we people? Is this how people grind Dreadnought medals? They just take the Tashkent out, right? Is this how it's done? Okay, so we've disengaged. The fleet at B, my fleet, is being pretty passive right now. Our Los Andes at A has done the right thing. He's broken off. He's actually that's a smart move. That is a smart move. There's a Jaeger in the area. There's a Van Cohorn.
All stations, protect that target.
There's a John Bart. He's covered by the island. I don't think they're a threat to him, but the Los Andes is right to break off. Because he'll get pushed otherwise. Okay. I guess I better go do my job, hadn't I, really? I'm just trying to... I'm just weighing up the scenarios at the moment in my head. What's the best play here? I think we need to get that Yugumo. Yugumo needs to go. I think that'll give the team... It'll give the team a boost, so let's do that. Let's go get the Yugumo. The Los Andes is pushing, so let's join the push. Now, he could be anywhere around these islands right now, so... And I don't have RPF. I probably would run RPF on this boat, to be honest with you. It gives you a lot of information. Ah, there he is. He's close. He's really close. Okay, we should be able to get him. That'll do it. Yeah. Okay, so that's a Yugumo dealt with. Right. John Bart's still hiding behind the island, and now we're one ship apiece. So teams are now evenly matched. Okay, I'm just staying dark because I want a cap C. I think we need another cap. That'll put pressure on Team Red. Might be able to torpedo the Jean Bart if he reverses enough. I'm not sure he's going to. I think he's going to stay behind the island, but we'll send some torps that way just in case. Okay, let's get the cap. They've got two battleships to the south of us. The Los Andes and the Marlborough are all the way down on the eye line. Wow. Okay, at I-5 and I-6. They're definitely out of position. Okay. Let's grab C. Oh, I was going to YOLO him. Tai Hang. I was going to YOLO the John Bart, mate. Mind you, he hasn't got much to shoot at the moment, apart from the Marlborough, who's an awkward target moving away, and an easy target with the John Bart, who was broadside. Okay, no problem. I put a heal up. I think we'll go away. I think I'm going to pop into A and have a chat with the light cruiser, the Van Cohorn. There's a potential here to YOLO. And yeah, I'm basically playing the Tashkent in the Mogador style, if people are wondering. Because I was way too passive in the last match I played in her. Way too passive. We're going to be super aggressive this time. No idea where the Jaeger is. He hasn't been spotted for ages, and that's the problem with Jaegers. They're very good scouts. Probably one of the best scouts in the game. I know people don't like them, but seriously, 5.4 kilometer detect. You're the ultimate eyes for your team. So he could be anywhere right now. Let's see if we can find this light cruiser. I was kind of hoping he was going to reverse into those torpedoes, but not so much. We got a nice fast reload on the torp, so 20 seconds, and I get to do that again. Those are going to make him think he got a lucky escape and that I'm further away than I actually am. If he knew I was here. I'm loading AP because it's a light cruiser, so I think we can shred him with a 130mm at this range. Pretty sure. Okay, so where are you? Where are you? There he is. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, you really are made of paper, aren't you? He is definitely made of paper. I wasn't expecting with him angled for the AP to do much, hence I sent the torpedoes. I didn't need to, did I? I didn't need to. That was overkill. And something's capping B. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cap A, and then I'm going to go and find that Jaeger at B. Kind of annoying, right? Meanwhile, I'm hoping the Taehang and the Los Andes will defend A for us. I don't know what the other Los Andes is doing. I think he's clearly doing a flanking maneuver. Tactics and strategy in play here. Yes, he's moving in on his prey using the cover of an island. At I-7. God. He might get some juicy broadsides from there. Maybe. Or he might just go and get himself killed. He's pretty low health, so we'll see. We'll see. Meanwhile, I'm on the hunt for a Jaeger. Oh no. Ugh, because I love hunting Jaegers. Nothing gives me more pleasure than chasing after something that's got almost 2 kilometers better detect than me. And can throw 90-knot torpedoes at me before I even get to see them. Before I get to see him. Honestly, a good Jaeger player is a pain in the ass. Especially for a gunboat. Especially for a gunboat. This is another reason why you need RPF, because with RPF, you're able to determine his exact location near enough, and then head bows on towards it. And if you're bows on, your chances of getting torpedo are practically halved, okay? In fact, I would say you've got 70 or 80% less chance of being torpedoed than if you're broadside to him. Okay, our Los Andes went down to theirs. That's unfortunate. So this match has suddenly become all about the caps. And now I've got my Mogador hat on, and I'm playing the Tashkent like a Mogador. I'm having a bit of a game. I don't know why I didn't do this in the previous match. I should have chased that Z44, shouldn't I? I'm still kicking myself for that, and that was a while ago. I've played some other matches in other ships since then, and I'm still kicking myself. Yeah, you know. Just play the Tashkent like a Mogador with heels. I mean, why not, right? I tell you what, the turret rotation is a crap ton better in this ship as well. I don't think the guns are as strong, but the turret rotation, you don't get a reload booster either, but the turret rotation, right? And the heals, which I have none left of, so I really don't want to get torpedoed. Anyway, we've secured the B cap, and the Jaeger's gone to C. Of course he has. I'm playing a game of it, aren't I? I got to go and try and tag him now while he's capping C. We should run into him at C. We should. I should be able to get to C before he finishes capping, right? Right? I don't know. He's capping awfully fast. I'm trying to use the edge of these islands to keep myself hidden from him, but he's gonna, yeah, he's gonna see me. Here we go. So he's at the top of the cap. Something's capping A, that's their Los Andes. Our Taehang is moving to intercept. I wish him all the very best. And there's a Jaeger here. He's going to torp me, isn't he? And I haven't got RPF, so I'm not too sure what angle those torps are going to come from. Yeah, there's the first spread. There's the second spread. There's the third and the fourth spread. Do you see how much easier it is to avoid them if you're bows on and snaking? Honestly, though, that could have gone badly for me. There's always a little bit of luck involved. There he is. There he is. Hello. I've been looking for you. Shit. No, no, don't end the match here. I want to sink the Jaeger. Oh, come on, game. That's cruel. Oh, that is cruel. I can't tell you how frustrated I'm feeling right now. It's another Dreadnought medal. Yay! 387,000 credits. Top of the team. 2027. So, I've learned something here. If you want to be good with the Tashkent, play it like a Mogador initially. She isn't a Mogador, but that's a good place to start, right? Dishing out some compliments to these guys because they did put up quite the fight, didn't they? 8,000 damage on the Yagumo, 7,000 on their Bond Cohorn, which was all AP actually. Jaeger, 6,897. I would have got you. I would have. Okay, 25,987 damage total. Quite low damage game. 40% on the credits. I feel like the tactics were there though. 280,758, and I definitely know how to play this ship now. And it only took two games in ranked to figure her out, right? Okay, well, my name's Lone Gun, and this has been the Tashkent. Thank you all very much for watching, and if you enjoy my content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.